Thank you for joining us today. My name is Rebecca. I am so excited to be sharing with you about Matt's amazing tiny home community in Minnesota. He also has this beautiful tiny home, 192 square feet, beautifully built out, completely set up, all the utilities, everything is turnkey, ready to roll. And since it's such a unique listing, I wanted to bring Matt on today to describe what he's built out in Minnesota. He's been super busy the last few months. There's almost 20 lot locations, absolutely incredible, the growth and the opportunity to actually have a tiny home in a forming community, which is really unique. And tiny home communities are popping up all over the country, but the opportunity to get in on the ground floor is pretty rare. So I wanted to share with you this information, but who better than the founder of the community himself? And so we will have Matt join us. Hi, Matt. How are you? Let me bring you up right now. Whoop. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for that introduction. That was very well phrased. I like that. Yes, we got our tiny house community here that I'm at now down in southern Minnesota, in a small town called Sherburn. So we just pretty much wrapped up construction here a couple months ago and just started having people move in. So we got a total of 19 lots, and then we got an area set aside for a storm shelter. And then in the spring, we're going to try and put in some common area amenity type stuff, some picnic tables and, some other social stuff to kind of have a area to socialize and that kind of thing.
Yeah, little pocket amenities throughout the property. It looks like a beautiful property. How many acres is it? I can screen share to the website too, and then we can dive into your story.
Yeah, so it's an acre and a half, and it's nice because it's rectangular, so everything lays out well. So there's not a bunch of like wasted space. It's not like there's a bunch of land that's just kind of sitting in the corner that you can't do anything with. So it's all being utilized, and it's in a small town, so there's a lot of farmland surrounding it. So it's not like you're in the middle of a densely populated area where you don't have any space to yourself.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, that's what they're seeking with tiny home living is simplicity, reconnecting with nature, knowing their neighbors, doing more with less. So I think it's really cool that you've set this up. So it looks like in terms of the openings and availability, the tiny home that we're going to share about today is available right now. So folks could move in literally today if they wanted to join the community. There's 19 lot locations, and it sounds like, did you say 5 of them are filled already?
What we got? Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that means that things are picking up. And then in terms of the amenities, it's so funny, different parts of the country, there's different amenities, but you're actually building a storm shelter, which that is a concern for folks in tiny homes because they are on a steel frame with tires. And if they're not like hurricane strapped to the ground and all of this. And so that's really cool that you're building that right now. Like everything's already been ordered. You're in the process of building. I noticed too, a lot of the construction pictures, it looks like you've made so much progress in a short amount of time. Like you guys, so you did all the connections to like electricity and like waste and water, which, right, for all the different lot locations?
Yeah, so there was already some of it existing, which helped a lot. Like the power was already there. And then there was already connections for the water and for the sewer, and there were some sewer hookups. So we just redid all the water lines just because I didn't want to have to have old water lines and deal with that. It's nice to have that all new. So that was all redone. That's what took the most of the work was the water and the sewer. Kind of like someone was we're doing a lot of digging here in the summer, but now it's all cleaned up. The grass is planted and everything. It looks good now.
Yeah, I saw the photos. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'll pull a few of those up too because you guys were super busy. So obviously it costs money to build all the utilities and do all the infrastructure. So I'm really surprised by the lot rent. Some of these tiny home communities are ridiculous. They're like $800 a month or more for the monthly community fee. So could you share a little bit about kind of how you set this community up, what it would cost for someone? Like the tiny home that you're selling that has been built out is like $45,000 USD, which is a great price for the building materials you use. And then there would be a monthly community fee kind of tied to that. Do you want to share a little bit about how all this works? How someone could move in, the process?
Yeah, so the that house that we have available, it's all set up and skirted, and sewer and water's all hooked up, and put those hurricane straps on there, like you were saying. The one that's move-in ready, like you said, it was $45,000, and then the $300 a month, and then we'd, for that one, where you're buying the house from us, we'd wouldn't charge that extra $5,000 key money that would be included. So it'd just be the $45,000 one time, and then the $300 a month. So we're trying to keep the ongoing costs as low as reasonably possible for people, while still making enough money that I can start another one of these, because I want to see this movement grow. So
yeah, that's really great. And I'd love to share some photos of the tiny home. So talk to me about this tiny home. You built it yourself. There was a builder on property. Let's share some pictures. And if you have any info, it looks like butcher block countertops, lots of high-end finishes.
Yeah. So I ordered the tiny house from Incredible Tiny Homes when I was working for them, because I knew I wanted to start a tiny house community, and I wanted to, one, commit myself, because then I kind of had to make it work, and then two, to be able to kind of get the community started off on a good foot, because it's kind of hard to, show someone a tiny house community with no tiny houses. So I thought that would help to have a couple model ones to kind of get things started, and that's definitely helped, especially even with people that have brought in their own tiny houses. Just being able to have something to show them, that makes a big difference.
Yeah,
and now
absolutely.
It's nice because someone can move in right away. We got everything set up, and now it's skirted and everything. Like that picture was taken during the summer, and we got some 4-foot hurricane straps strapping the thing down. Those took a lot longer than I thought they would take to get in there. Those things.
Yeah, it's a slow, gradual process. Well, very well done. And I have a few listings with the Incredible Tiny Homes. I know they're amazing builders, so that's so cool. So let's look at some pictures of this tiny home. Like you were saying, the little shared amenity space, places to eat outside. But on the inside, can you talk to me about some of the finishes? Like I know we have the upper sleeping area, the loft. Mm-hmm. It looks like the couch converts into a bed in the living room, so you have that flexibility. If you don't want to be climbing up to a loft every night to go to sleep.
Yeah. So you can do it either way. You could, stay on the main level, or you can sleep up in the loft if you want a little bit more space. And then there's actually 2 lofts, one on each side, and that ladder will work for either side. So you got plenty of storage with the 2 lofts. That makes a huge difference if you can, store some stuff up there. And then it's got the refrigerator is nice. I don't know if there's a picture of it in there, but it's a 10 cubic foot refrigerator. So it's not like a mini fridge. It's like the size that you'd see in like an apartment or something. So you can get, more than enough food in there for a couple people.
Let me go back to these photos. Here, I'll share a different screen. I didn't see the fridge photo. Well, one thing I like too about the lofts is like you can also use that for storage. Like some people are like, oh no, I can't do tiny home living because I can't crawl up the ladder. But it could also be like if you need extra space for your books or for pantry items, back stock for like extra pasta or cans or whatever. So the lofts are really nice. And the fact that there's 2 is a great selling point. I love the bathroom. Yeah, I'm trying to find a photo of the fridge, so bear with me here. Are there other things you wanted to share about the tiny home? I think the price is amazing. Obviously, a cash purchase would be best. Some folks can pursue financing through something like Lightstream, or if they do like a lending club personal loan. But like what kind of buyer or what kind of person are you attracting to move in? Like what is the perfect person to move in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, whoever wants to come is welcome, but probably target market would probably be older people, looking to retire and reduce their obligations as far as you don't have a big house that you got to try and maintain, and you got people around. If you tripped and fell or something, someone would be able to hear you. If you're if your nearest neighbor's too far away to be able to hear you when you need help or whatever, so that you don't have those concerns here. Yeah, and then we're trying to get the monthly cost as low as we can get it. That way people can kind of live off savings or whatever they need to, or Social Security or.
Yeah, I do think it's very attainable, like the $300 a month. You had another option too, where instead of the lot fee, wasn't it like a one-time buy-in for the community? I thought I saw that on one of our email threads.
Yeah, I might be open to doing something like that. I was thinking about maybe trying to, yeah, yeah, a bunch of tools and personal stuff up there. Yeah, I might be open to doing something like that. I guess we just have to talk through the details, but I'm open to making things work for people.
Yeah.
So that's one of the other houses that we got there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was just pulling up the photos you sent me earlier. I think for retired folks too, they just get a little like afraid of the loft because of mobility and access. Mm-hmm. But a couch can be turned into the bed, or like there's a lot of multi-function furniture in tiny homes. So don't let that scare you.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice too.
Or this is a different one.
Yeah, that's a similar one. But yeah, it's got the same size or identical fridge in it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, are there other things that you want to share about the community? Anything? Oh, maybe I could pull up some construction photos from the tiny home. Yeah, here, you take the stage. Share anything else that you have on your mind about the community or things that you think people should know. I know we talked about the city that your community is based in and the proximity to like live music and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool because it's not terribly far away from Okoboji. I think it's like 45 minutes away, and they have a bunch of cool events. They have a couple like I think like every week, like twice a week. I want to say it's like Friday and Saturday. They have free concerts that you can go to, and they're not like free concerts because they're bad. They're free concerts because they make a bunch of money off selling you food and drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's like thousands of people that go to those, and those are really cool. So it's close to that. That's a big tourist area. There's a lot of stuff to do there, and then it's kind of in a small town, so it's super quiet. The only loud noises I've heard when I'm here is the construction that we're doing, which is wrapped up now. And it's got my fiance really likes it because it's got really nice sunsets. There's a farm field right across the road, and there's always really beautiful sunsets. I think there might have been a picture of one of those, but yeah, those look really nice here. And it's cool at night when you look up, the stars are super beautiful because there's not a bunch of light pollution in the area and stuff, so you can actually see the stars, which is really cool at night.
Which is so different if you've been like renting an apartment in the city and it's just like that really loud, like hustle bustle lifestyle, and you're so disconnected from nature. It's such a lifestyle change to go like live in a town that's a little bit more quiet and you can see the stars at night. Like you begin to appreciate those little things like, oh my gosh, this is so special to have that, sanctuary really. And I like too on your website, you're talking about the affordability crisis and like for me, when I went tiny, it was like, how much am I spending on my apartment? Okay, I'm spending like $800 to $1,000. This was like over 10 years ago on my apartment every month. what if I could cut that in half and put it towards something that I'm actually going to own someday?
Yeah.
So I downsized. I did a glamper. I was living on my friend's 50-acre property. And I remember that, the feeling of like looking up at the stars and like listening to birds for the first time, like where you're not just hearing sirens in the city and like congestion and all of that. So it's a totally different lifestyles. Yeah, it's so special. But thank you for creating this container for folks. So I'll put the website for the Sherburn tiny homes in the comments and in the video description section. And then I also want to just share a little bit more about the tiny home that you have available. So no one has ever lived in this tiny home before, right? This is like brand new. Let me pull up some more photos of that.
Yeah, so we I did rent it out to someone for like 2 months. And then, now I know everything works in there, so it's tested, and I got all the woodwork and everything stained. Like when the houses come from Incredible Tiny Homes, they come with the woodwork on stained. So all that's already been done on this one. And like I said, everything's tested and works, and there's I put a washer dryer combo in there as well. Forgot to mention that, so it's got that in there now too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's
so
a huge
set up and works. That's
great to have that. Oh man, my tech. I am trying to figure out how to get out of these photos, and it's just not letting me. Here, let me refresh here. Yeah, I wanted to share a little bit on the listing because this is a really great price for a tiny home. And like you said, it's hurricane strapped. It already has the skirting now. So it is completely set up. Like that's the hardest part when folks are talking to me on the phone, they want to buy one.
Yeah.
They're like, well, where am I going to park it? How do I move it? Like, how do I set it up to utilities? So like that whole headache, gone. Like you've already taken that off someone's plate.
Yeah.
So all they have to do is show up and send you the bank wire or show up with the funds, and they could move in and $300 a month for the community fee. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. You look at like property taxes for a typical house around here, and in
the property taxes
the property taxes are more than what the lot rent is here. So even if you have your house paid off, your cost is still higher than living here, which is kind of one of the benchmarks that I was trying to hit with that.
Yeah, and that's in Texas on our 10-acre property, we were spending $1,200 a month just in property taxes. So when people are like, oh, my community fee, why is it so expensive? It's like, you don't understand. If you go buy raw land, not only do you have to pay for getting all the septic and all the electric and all of the meter and everything set up, or if it's off the grid or whatever, which is huge overhead costs. But you also have to pay property taxes, which depending on where you live, it can be very expensive. So yeah, I think it's really cool when you can pull resources. You have all the different lot locations. It helps to bring that cost down. And also it's nice to have other people living around you, like especially with tiny home living. Like I was at when I was helping with the Village Farm tiny home community, the whole lifestyle became more feasible and possible because there were other people living out there. Like we could get together, we could have a potluck dinner. Like we weren't just trapped in our tiny home. It's about going out, exploring, connecting with others. But I really think it's really cool that you created that. So we have this listing right now. If you are interested, anyone watching, whether you're on the live stream or whether you're watching in the future, this tiny home is available right now for immediate move-in, located in Minnesota. Amazing price point, very reasonable community fee. If you're looking for a lifestyle where it's not just the tiny home, but also the community aspect, this is a great solution for you. The description information can be found on tinyhousesociety.com. Matt's Turnkey Tiny Home is the listing. I am the assistant marketing director with Tiny House Society, and I'm honored to be helping folks to either move into a tiny home like this, and also folks like Matt who have these incredible opportunities to get out there to the world. So awesome. Well, I just wanted to share that page, so I'll put it in the description. Any closing thoughts? I could see if anyone's on here for Q&A. Ooh, I want to see a photo of the tiny house under the stars. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have a picture of that.
Oh, nice.
It might take me a minute to find. And then I was going to say too, if someone wanted to kind of try it out, we do have, see if the community is right for them, see if they could make it work. We do have one of them on Airbnb as well, where someone could, just try it out without any commitment, and happy to do showings and stuff as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, that would be great. I just put the website that you have in the comments section. Ooh, my scarf just got caught on my Fitbit. Okay. And then I'm going to put the description to the listing here in the comments section. So if anyone has questions beyond what we've shared today, feel free to reach out to me. My name's Rebecca. I'm helping Matt with his tiny house listing. We'd love for you to move into his unique community. We're going to find that star picture, Eric. So Matt is on it right now. If not right now, we can always, of course, post it on I've made like a Facebook marketplace listing. I posted this on the Tiny House Society marketplace. I even posted it in some intentional community and like RV lot sale community types of groups. So we're trying to get this out there to anyone looking to move into something unique like this more immediately. Mm-hmm. And also, Matt, you said that you have 19 lots. So so for folks, for instance, who would buy a tiny house through Tiny House Society, like I help them get their tiny house and they're trying to figure out where to park it, they could contact you and actually move one of the tiny homes that help them buy to your community and then just pay that lot fee, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And then another thing, if they're looking for something, like right away, like I told another lady who's looking at moving in and buying a tiny house from someone else, we do have tiny houses that are here that are set up now. So if it takes a little while to get the tiny house set up, she can park the tiny house here on our lot. And then, while it's getting set up, she could stay in one of the tiny houses that we have now. So that's awesome. Also an option.
Yeah, that helps because sometimes there's odds and ends and things that take time and you're like, where do I stay in the meantime? Especially if it's like cold outside and you're trying to figure out getting all the utilities hooked up and stuff. So that's a really cool buffer and a great option logistics wise.
Yeah, definitely reduces the stress when you got options. So we want to work with people to make things work. So
yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. If it's okay with you, I'll copy and paste your contact information, put it into the description. So folks on the interwebs in the future can stay in touch with you. And if folks want to place an offer on this unique tiny home, I am happy to help you. It's a great price. $45,000, literally everything's already set up. Like that is a dream come true. We have some that are listed $80,000 to over $100,000 and they're not even skirted or set up to utilities yet. So this is a really sweet deal for anyone looking to move in ASAP. Liz says, wow, this is such a great option. Indeed. Yes. Thank you, Matt, for creating this. And I'm so excited to see where the future of your tiny home community grows into, all the amenities you're adding in the spring and all little pocket parks and things. That'll be really cool to follow your progress.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate your time.
Indeed. Yeah, right back at you. Well, thank you. Okay, internet people, we are going to sign off now. Thank you so much, Matt, for being a guest. Thank you, everyone who watched today. If you have any questions about this listing, we are here to help. My name's Rebecca. I am the listing agent helping Matt and his growing community. This tiny home is an incredible tiny home, which is a great builder. They are so popular. I have 3 listings right now that are incredible tiny homes. So if you're interested in getting a tiny home and you want to live in a community, there's no better opportunity right now in the market at this price point and the lot fee than what we've presented today. So I hope you'll take it into consideration. And thank you for watching. Signing off now. Everyone have a blessed, beautiful day. May your tiny home dreams come true. And if you need help and someone to hold your hand through the process, I'm here to help you and our Tiny House Society team. So bye. Peace out. Until next time.